morning inspiration. And this morning I want to talk about living a heart-centered life. So many people in life, we need to learn the importance of living a heart-centered life from having a good heart and being, kind and treating everybody right and doing people right, no matter what the situation is that you're going through in your life, or no matter what the way someone else treats you, it doesn't mean that you have to treat them bad as well. So that's why my topic is living a heart-centered life. And when you live a heart-centered life and you're trying to achieve your dreams, you go after your dreams with everything in your heart. It's your passion, it's everything that you want to accomplish in life, and you strive hard to get it because it comes from the heart. And when you do things from the heart, they always turn out to be better because when your heart is in it, that means your all in all is in it. Your social well-being, your everything is in it. And the book of life says, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. So the thing is, you want to be able to live a heart-centered life to where you are kind to people. Even if people do you wrong, or even if people treat you wrong, you need to just learn how, to just turn the other cheek and forgive those people and keep living a heart-centered life with a good heart. Because as long as you live a heart-centered life and you have a good heart inside of you and you treat everybody right, no matter how people treat you, then you receive the blessings, from God that he has in store for you, because like I said, the book of life says, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. So if you have a pure in heart and you treat everybody right and you have a, a good heart and you be good and kind to people, even when people are being mean to you, even when people are doing things to you that, you don't agree with it. But I can tell you right now, from my experience and the things that I went through in life, I had to learn how to let a lot of things go in life and have that pure in heart and live a heart-centered life and forgive people that did me wrong and not hold grudges and all that. And that's what I'm talking about this morning, is living a heart-centered life. No matter what you went through in your past, no matter how bad someone has treated you, just learn to forgive and let go and move on and live that heart-centered life and be kind to everybody. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. If you speak to somebody and somebody doesn't speak back to you, don't get upset. Just say, God bless them, you know. And then the thing that I learned, if you speak to somebody and somebody doesn't speak back to you, keep speaking to that person. Don't give up speaking to them, and live that heart-centered life and have all that love down inside of your heart. And then when you have live a heart-centered life, then now you start to see your life change. You start to see more people come into your life that's on the same level that you're on, because that's the lifestyle that you're living. And now you start to see all the negative things that's going on in your life fade away, because you have no place for those negativity things in your heart, because you're living a heart-centered life and you're being kind to everybody and you're treating everybody right. And then now you start to see the change in yourself. Because like I said, when I used to hold grudges against people, a lot of times things didn't go right in my life, and I was wondering why. Things wasn't going right in my life. But the reason why things wasn't going right in my life is because I hadn't let go of what somebody had done to me long back, or may have been recent, and it was still deep down in my heart. And I didn't have that heart-centered life. I wasn't living that heart-centered life to be able to forgive people. But that's what I'm saying today. It has tremendously changed my life when I started living a heart-centered life and started loving everybody, regardless of what the situation is in their life, regardless of who that person is in their life, no matter what they did. If they didn't like me, I still love them. If I knew they didn't like me, then I wouldn't hold no grudge against them. Because the thing is, when you hold grudges against people, then that holds you back from your blessings in store and stuff that God has for you in your life. So if you want to be blessed, then like the book of life says, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. So you got to have that that heart, that pure in heart, and that heart, and live that heart-centered life. And you got to treat everybody right, despite of how they treat you. Because the thing is, what we don't realize in life, a person could be going through something in life that causes them to treat you the way that they treat you, based upon the way that they're being treated on their daily lifestyle, and the way that the things that they have to deal with in their household every morning before they come out into the public. And that causes a person to be bitter. And you cannot dislike that person because of that, because you don't know that person's situation. So what I'm saying to you this morning, in this morning inspiration, don't hold no grudge against somebody if you don't know their story. If you don't know what they're going through, just live a heart-centered life and just love everybody and spread love around the world. Because when we live a heart-centered life, we start to see a lot of things in our life change through living a heart-centered life, through loving everybody, through treating everybody right. All because somebody done you wrong, that doesn't mean that you have to seek revenge on them, because when you do that, you're not living a heart-centered life. And I can tell you right now, and I can guarantee you, if you live a more heart-centered life, then things will happen in your life, a lot better than what they are right now. You get a lot more blessings. You'll see a change in your life. You'll see things working and moving in your life unexpectedly, and you won't even know, how and why these things are moving in your life. But look at the decision you made. You made the decision to live a heart-centered life and to love everybody and to treat everybody right and to help people when you can and do what you can for people. And now you're living that heart-centered life. And when you're living that heart-centered life, your life is going to change because you change, you know, and that's how you create change in your life, is when you change. And when you live that heart-centered life, then you become a different person. You become that person to where it doesn't matter, no matter what somebody says about you, no matter how somebody feels about you still love them. You still live that heart-centered life, and you still tell them, hey, I appreciate you. I thank you, and all those things, and I love you. And the thing is, living a heart-centered life, that's what it's all about. And in order for you to accomplish things in life, you have to have that heart-centered life and that love in your life in order to attract the people that you're looking for. Say for instance, if you're trying to build a business, you cannot build a business with a deceitful attitude or with a hateful attitude. You can't, because nobody's gonna attract to your business, because now you're too rough and abroad, you're too bossy. You got to be smooth and loving and kind to people, because people love when people are kind to them, when people say kind words to people, when people say good morning, hello, goodbye, have a nice day. All those things are living a heart-centered life. And if you want to build that business, you have to be that way. Say like, for instance, when you're on that phone and you make that phone call and you call that particular person, to present your opportunity to them. And then once you present your opportunity to them and they tell you no, and you get all upset and you say things that's not appropriate to them, then now you have damaged your results in your business, because now what they're going to do, they're going to say, man, that Greg was so rude, man. I don't see how anybody do business with him. But on the other hand, if I was very kind and very nice and they turned me down and I said, okay, I understand, I appreciate it, but let me just ask you one more question, sir. Who do you know that, might be looking for an opportunity or something like this along these lines of sort of looking to create a second strand of income? I get it that you don't want to do it, but I'm just asking, who do you know? And then if they say, well, right offhand, I don't know nobody, I'll get back with you if somebody comes around. Or they may say, well, I don't know nobody. But whatever result that they give you, take it with a heart-centered life. Take it with love and say, okay, sir, I really appreciate your time. Have a blessed day, and God bless you and your family. Now you're living a heart-centered life because you have closed that conversation within them in a way to where now they're thinking. So now if they do decide to create a second strand of income, they're going to contact you back because you were so nice to them, and you're living that heart-centered life with that love deep down inside of your heart. And that's what builds businesses, because you don't build a business, you attract people. And the only way you can attract people is through a heart-centered life, through love, and showing them that you love, and showing them that you care, and showing them that, you know, you're out looking out for their social well-being, and you understand, you know, how they feel about certain situations. You got to live that, and that's how you live a heart-centered life, is with the understanding that you have about this particular person and what this particular person does for you, you know, in a sense of, you know, whatever's going on in your life and how they treat you and how you treat them. And then whatever you're trying to do in life, you always got to do it with love. You got to put love in front of it. And if you put love in front of it, you'll be successful at doing it. You know, a lot of people miss out on a lot of things in life because they don't carry the love in their heart. They have been treated bad all their life, and they just feel like there's no good people out there. So therefore they walk around with a chip of not liking people on their shoulder. And soon as someone says something to them, they go off. But when you're dealing with those people like that, you got to be the bigger person. You got to be the one, even if they are being rude to you or not being nice to you, you just say, okay, sir, you know, have a blessed day. You know, I was just speaking to you. I just want to know how your day was going, but may God bless you and your family. And if you say kind words and you treat people kind, you know, my mother had a saying, you kill them with kindness. And that's living a heart-centered life. When you kill people with kindness now, that causes the person to think, you know, say like you're trying to get somebody to do something, or you want somebody to follow you or watch your videos or whatever you're trying to accomplish. You got to show them that you have love in your heart. You got to show them that what you're doing is to bless them. You're trying to improve their life. You're trying to say good things about them. You're trying to let them know how important it is for them to live that heart-centered life, you know, and be kind to everybody, and tell everybody, you know, that you love them, and tell everybody God bless them and their family, and do all that. And I guarantee you, when you learn to do all those things and you learn to be that particular person and where you live that heart-centered life, now things in your life will change. You will see a change. You will see a shift in your life. You will see things happening unimaginable in your life. You know, blessings will just come from out of nowhere, and you won't know where they're coming from. But then you just have to think, you know what? I did change the way I am. I started to love more. I'm living a more heart-centered life. I'm caring more about people. I'm helping people more. I'm doing more to upbuild people instead of tearing them down. I'm doing more to encourage people instead of, you know, disencourage them. I'm doing more to uplift people. And now you're living that heart-centered life, and now blessings is intervening in your life. God is working in your life, and he's blessing you for the blessings that you're being to others. You know, the thing is, it's best to be a blessing to others, you know, rather than put somebody down. If somebody comes to you and they're trying to accomplish something, encourage them. Say, hey, man, you know what? You can do it. You're smart enough. You're able to do it. You know, don't sit there and say, well, man, you know what? I'm just going to tell you, man, I've heard of a lot of people, man, that went into the network marketing industry, man, and they just didn't make it. And I don't think you are. Don't do that. Don't say that, because now you have just cursed them, and you have just cursed your blessing that God has in store for you. Because if you don't believe in them, you don't believe in yourself. And now you're not living that heart-centered life of love and encouragement, and encouraging people to do better in life and to strive better and go for better and create better. You know, all you're doing is living that lifestyle of to where you want to tell them everything they cannot do, but you don't never want to encourage them into something that they can do, or pick them up and tell them, you know, if somebody in life is going through something, you know, give them a call and say, hey, you know what? I'm here for you, man. I'm here for you, you know, lady. You know, I'm just let them know that you love them, and let them know that you're in their corner, and let them know. Yeah, and that's what living a heart-centered life is all about, is loving from the heart. And then when you love from the heart, and then when you're out there and you're trying to accomplish your dreams and your goals, and you're loving from the heart, you're going to attract heart-loving people as well. You could, because people judge, they don't judge by who you are. You know, they do judge, they don't judge by what you do. They judge by the type of person you are on the inside. You know, what's on the inside of you, you know, and how you treat people, and how you know, react to people, and your attitude and your character towards people. And if you have all those characters of a loving heart, and all those characters of a good attitude towards people, and always encouraging people to do better, no matter what the struggles are that they're going through in their life, and you're always telling them, hey man, you know what, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, man. I believe in you. You smart. You can do this. You fail, but everybody fails in life. So let's not worry about the failures. Let's worry about the defeats. Because if you learn to get past the failures that you go through in life, and get past the people in life that have done you wrong, treated you wrong, and you live that heart-centered life, and you have that love down in your heart, then God is going to intervene, and he's going to bless you tremendously, you know. But if you don't have that love down in your heart, and you're not treating everybody else right, and you don't respect yourself, then you're not going to get to the next level of where you want to be in life. And if you want to be to get further than where you are right now, no matter what you're doing in life, in working a 9 to 5 or whatever you're doing, or working for yourself or building a business, anything that you're doing, if you want to increase that, you got to have a heart-centered life. You got to spread more love. You got to give more. You got to show more. You got to do more. And then once you do that, now you will see the difference going on that will happen in your life. You will see the difference in how people will react in your life, how people will do certain things in your life, how people will intervene in your life, how people will help you, how people will support you, and all that, because they know that you have love in your heart. See, like me, my message is to show everybody that, you know, God is love, and I want them to spread the same love that God has for us. You know, because if we can spread the same love to our people that God has for us, now we're living that heart-centered life that is expected of us, and now we're going to be blessed tremendously, beyond measures, because of the way that we're living, the way that we're giving, the way that we're respecting. You know, that's a heart-centered life. When you have love in your heart, when you're giving, when you're respecting people, you know, when you're treating people right, even when they treat you wrong, you still treat them right. Because, you know, when you turn the other cheek, you know, when somebody does you wrong, now you have just became a bigger person. You know, it's just like, you know, if somebody wants to set up and be confrontational with you about something, have that heart-centered life, have that heart-centered inside of you feeling, to where you're not going to let what they say bother you, and just walk away. Leave them right there arguing. They're not going to argue with themselves long, but if you charm in and you argue with them, now that doesn't make you no much better than them. And you're not living that heart-centered life. You don't have that love down in your heart that you need in order to get to the next level in life. And if you live that heart-centered life, then you will get to the next level in life, and people will respect you, and then you will also respect yourself more, because of the heart-centered life that you live. You know, but if you're not living that heart-centered life, and it's not deep down in your heart, and you don't have love for people, then you don't have love for yourself. Because the thing is, you have to look at it in this world. You can't please everyone, but the number one thing, you have to please yourself. And the only way you please yourself is within living that heart-centered life, and being kind to each and everybody, no matter what, you know, how they treat you or what they say. You know, speak to them. If they don't say nothing back, keep speaking to them. And I guarantee you, because, you know, I used to do this when I was in the industry of working. I used to speak to people every day, and a lot of people wouldn't say nothing back to me, but I kept speaking to them, that person, every day. Good morning, how you doing? Have a nice day. And sooner or later, that person opened up, and that person realized that, hey, I was just a good person with a good heart that was just being nice, trying to enlighten and brighten their day and make their day better. And then they started speaking to me. And then they started introducing themselves to me. And then they started telling me certain things that was going on and the reason why they was the way they was. But I got that person to open up because I live that heart-centered life, and I truly, with my heart, I love them. And I wanted them to do good and have a blessed day, and good things happen to them. And then when they found out that I was speaking to them out of genuine love, now they started speaking back to me. So when you do things with a heart, with a genuine love in your heart, and you live that heart-centered life, you will see how much your life starts to change. God will bring things into your life that you didn't imagine. He will open up doors that you didn't even see open. He will open doors that you wanted to open a long time ago, but those doors wouldn't open because your heart wasn't right. You wasn't living that heart-centered life. But once you start living that heart-centered life and you start treating everybody right and doing everybody right, then now you get to that level to where you're living that heart-centered life, and now you treating everybody right, you're doing everybody right, and now you start to see the blessings that's in store for you, and you start to see your life create change because of the simple fact that you're living that heart-centered life. You're being blessed. You're treating people right. You're doing what people, expect of you. You're doing what you expect of yourself. You're striving hard. You're pushing hard to reach your dreams, your goals, your passions. You're living the lifestyle that you want to live. But if you want to live the lifestyle that you want to live, it all starts within you and in your heart. And you have to live that heart-centered life to where you are kind to everybody, no matter what the situation is. Even when somebody, makes you mad or upsets you, you have to try to hold those emotions in and still be nice and overcome those things. And that's the challenge in my life that I'm dealing with right now, but I'm getting better at it. Like I said, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. I have my moments in my life to where, I have my weaknesses when it comes to, living a heart-centered life. But each and every time that I find myself faced with those challenges in my life, I try my best to make the right decision and not do or say nothing that's going to upset someone, or not allow, what has upset me to make me more upset to where, I end up lashing out or doing whatever. But like I said, we all have challenges in life, but I've gotten a whole lot better at it, and I'm getting better and better each and every day because I'm learning more how to live a more heart-centered life and have more love in my heart. Because like I said, we all have our faults, and it's not easy to be able to live a heart-centered life and love everybody due to the people that we have to deal with in this world. Because some people, no matter what you do, what you say, they're just going to be mean. But that doesn't mean you have to be. You just be nice to them. And once you've been nice to them, just keep it moving. You don't necessarily have to strike a conversation with them. Just say, hey, hello, good morning, how you doing? Good afternoon, have a blessed day. And that's it. And then you've done your part. You showed that you have that pure in heart deep down in your heart, and you're living that heart-centered life. And I guarantee you, when you're living a lifestyle like that, there is nothing in the world that you cannot accomplish, because now you have that passion to push hard to achieve those dreams, those goals, your purpose, all those things that you're going for. They will come to pass because of the simple fact that you have it deep down in your heart that you're going to be kind to people. You're going to treat people nice. You're going to treat people right. So I challenge you this morning, as you go out the door, if you're going to work, or whatever you're doing today, or you're working from home or whatever, anybody that you interact with today, have that heart-centered life and be kind to them, and say kind things to them, and say good morning, how you doing, have a blessed day, good afternoon, and do those things. And I guarantee you, when you adopt that lifestyle of living a heart-centered life, your life will change. Whatever's going on in your life right now that's not right, have you ever thought about yourself and how you are as a person? Are you that person that is kind to people? Are you that person that is treating people right? Are you that loving person? You know, sometimes it all starts within you, that you are the creator of your own problems a lot of the time. And it's based on your character and the way you carry yourself. So if things is not going right in your life and you wondering why things is going bad, then evaluate your heart and see if you live in that heart-centered life, and seeing if you having that pure in heart, you know, to where deep down you're loving everybody, you're treating everybody right. You're not you know, gaming against nobody. You're not being deceitful. You're not doing nothing that's not gonna benefit somebody. You're not giving bad advice. You're giving good advice. You're supporting somebody instead of, you know, bringing them, pushing them down. You're pushing them back up. And when they fall, you got to you got a hand out to pick them back up and tell them it's gonna be okay. You know, we all fall short at sometimes in things in life that we do, but that doesn't mean that we have to give up. So that's my message to you this morning is, you know, when you live a heart-centered life, then you get blessed in a lot of major ways. And now people start to see that. People start to see a change in your life. And when people start to see a change in your life, that makes people want to love you more. That makes people want to be around you more. That makes people want to, you know, be a part of what you have going on. But when you're not living that heart-centered life and you don't have that love down in your heart, then, you know, people don't want to be around you. You know, people don't want to be around somebody every time they turn around. They don't have nothing good to say. They always got to have something negative to say. They always putting themselves down and other people down. People don't want to be around people like that. People want to be around people that is happy, people that has a loving spirit, people that is encouraging other people to do well, people that is, when they see somebody going through a bad situation, they, you know, they call them on the phone, or they may see it may happen on the job and they pull them to the side and say, hey man, I understand, man, how they talk to you like that. That wasn't right, man. But you know what? I just want to let you know, man, I love you. I got your back. You never know how much that would help that person when they have been treated wrong by someone else. When you come along and you treat them good, that warms their heart. That lets them know that, hey, that person that's just the way they are. You know, and I'm not going to allow that person to steal my joy. So my thing is, don't allow nobody to steal your joy within their attitude. You always be able to rise above their attitude, whatever they're doing or saying that is trying to pull you down, or that is negative towards what you're doing or what you're trying to accomplish. Don't allow them to stop your dreams from becoming reality. Because if you allow them to stop your dreams from becoming reality, then you just allowed yourself not to achieve your dreams so they can come to reality. So you have to just think about the things that's going on in your life right now, and you just have to think about it and evaluate yourself and ask yourself, am I living this heart-centered life, you know, that Greg just talked about? And I realize we can't just, you know, if we're not on the path right now of living a heart-centered life, and that's not on the path where we've been, we can't just change overnight and start living a heart-centered life. It takes work. You have to put in work. You have to do certain work ethics and do certain things to get to certain places in life. And I realize that because I know everybody, you know, is different. And it takes some people longer than others. But I'm just going to say to you this morning, make that first step this morning to start living that heart-centered life. And then just live it day by day, one day at a time, because you're not going to just wake up, or you just because this message I said right now, and just, you know, have a heart-centered life, everything going right and everything poured out. It's not easy living a heart-centered life with all the people that we have to deal with in the world today. And it's not easy for me to live a heart-centered life, but I chose to. I chose to not let what people say or do bother me. And I do my best, and I keep praying to God and asking him to give me more strength so I can live a more heart-centered life. So I challenge you, you know, live a more heart-centered life, spread more love, have more love in your heart, you know, help more people, encourage more people, you know, And then if you do that, now you'll see the tremendous change that'll go on in your life just by you telling someone else how much you love and you appreciate them, or good morning, or hello, goodbye, have a nice day, be blessed, God be with you. Whatever it is that you can say that will encourage that person to do better, because everybody in life wants to do better. But if they have never ever had nobody in their life to encourage them to do better, then they're not going to do better. And that's where you come in. You come in as a person with that loving heart and living that heart-centered life, and give them words of encouragement. Because like I said, we never know what is going on inside of a person's brain when they don't speak to us. We don't know that. So we cannot judge them by that. Or we never know what's going on inside of a person's brain, when they're not sociable with us. We don't know. We can't judge that. The only thing we can do is just keep being kind and try to find out and see if it's something that we can do to help that person, to help them become a better person. Because a lot of people may want to be better, may want to do better, but they may never have been encouraged to do better. Or they may not never ever been shown how to do better, how to change the way they do things, how to change the way they live, because that's the way that was their upbringing, and their upbringing is all they know. And it's kind of hard for them to break old habits and become that kind person and live that heart-centered life. And now that's where you come in to encourage them, and to say certain things, to do certain things, to keep them on the up and up, to let them know that you care, that you're there for them, that you love them. And that's what living a heart-centered life is all about, is you have to be kind. You have to be nice, because if you want to achieve your dreams and goals in life, it comes from you being kind and you loving everybody and you treating everybody right. Because I can guarantee you, if you treat people right, people will treat you right. And you will get to where you want to be in life. You will get to the next level in life. So just remember, I challenge you today. Today is Friday, the end of the work week for people that have a 9 to 5, but every day is Friday to me because, like I say, I work from home and I have my own businesses that I'm building. So, I can make every day Friday for me because I don't have a set schedule. But the thing is, I didn't get that away without love. I got there with the love in my heart and letting people know how much I love and how much I care about them and how much I care about their social well-being, and how much I'm willing to try to help them get to a different situation in life if they're willing to take a chance, if they're willing to take a risk, become that action taker, that decision maker. Then, I let them know how much I'm here for them, and I will help them, and I will be by their side. And I did all that with love. From living a heart-centered life, I spreaded love, I showed love, love came back to me. People gravitated to me because of the person that I am, the love that I have inside of my heart. So I'm saying this to you. People will gravitate to you because of the person that you are and the love that you have inside of your heart. So like I said, this morning I challenge you, if you're going to work, going to a 9 to 5, drive safe on the highway. But when you get to work, tell your coworker good morning. Ask your coworker how they're doing. Ask your coworker how was their night last night. And then if something is going on with that particular coworker and you have been nice to that coworker will open up to you and let you know what's going on, and then maybe you'll be able to help them. If you don't do nothing but just pray for them or give them some advice, but always live that heart-centered life to where you're always encouraging people and not putting people down, and always show the love that you have for people, and always be kind to people, because that's what living a heart-centered life is all about. It's deep down in your heart. So like I said, this morning, I just want to thank each and every one of you all for stopping by my morning inspiration this morning. But do me a favor, like, comment, and share on this video, because I know that this message, needs to be heard around the world. And there may be somebody this morning that's not, don't feel like they're loved and don't feel like, they have the love around them. So this message needs to get out to them to let them know that God loves them, and so do I, and you know, and live a heart-centered life, and deep down in their heart that they can make it to the next level. So do me a favor, like, comment, and share on this video. And like I said, I just appreciate each and every one of you all, your support and supporting me, you know, in this morning inspiration, because it's an inspiration to me. It helps my day go better by me coming live and talking to you all, because when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. I'm building myself up as well as building you up, and giving you advice to where you can go about your daily life or whatever you're doing for that day in a happy way and live that heart-centered life. And that's what it's all about, is loving everybody, you know, no matter what the situation is in life. So, but like I said, if you cannot help it, don't miss a morning inspiration, because I'm telling you, I got some messages for you, and they're powerful, and they're gonna keep you, you know, walking and talking on the right path, and keep you on the right path in life, to where you can live that heart-centered life, and you can be that successful person in life that you want to be. But it's up to you. You got to make that decision. So, like I said, if you're going out to work this morning, driving on the highway, be careful. And, you know, when you get to work, work safe, you know, work safe around others, work safe to keep yourself safe so you don't injure yourself or others around you. And if you're working from home today, you know, for all you entrepreneurs, today, do your business with that heart-centered life, that love in your heart, and spread that love when you're talking to those clients today. You know, when you're talking to those prospects today, spread that love. When you pick up that phone, spread that love. When they answer that phone, hey, good morning, so-and-so, how are you doing today? You know, I just want to call to ask you, blah, blah, blah. That one opening statement of good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, you never know how far that'll go. So always remember, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and live that heart-centered lifestyle. And like I said, once again, my name is Gregory Young, coming to you live from Davenport, Florida. And I just want to say, each and every one of you all, that I love you, and remember, God loves you too. So have a blessed day, and goodbye.